Are you tired of watching the same old faces run the country into the ground? Tired of promises that never turn into action? Tired of being told, your time will come? Well, let's introduce you to someone who didn't wait. Captain Ibrahim Traoré, a 34-year-old from Burkina Faso, who stepped up when his country was falling apart. He didn't come from a political dynasty. He didn't wait for permission. He simply saw that his people needed a leader, and he became one. If he can do it, why not us? Why not you? Nepal is full of passionate, talented, and educated young people, but our potential is being wasted under corrupt systems, outdated leaders, and broken dreams. It's time we stop complaining and start leading with fresh ideas, clean hands, and bold hearts. This isn't about copying someone else's revolution. It's about learning the mindset that makes real change possible. Captain Traoré's story is a wake-up call, and it's time Nepal's youth answered it. A young leader who acted. In 2022, 34-year-old Captain Ibrahim Traoré seized power in Burkina Faso amid a worsening security crisis. Despite coming to power via a coup, he quickly gained popular support by positioning himself as a patriotic Pan-African leader fighting corruption, terrorism, and foreign interference. His policies, from grassroots security mobilization to resource nationalism and youth farming programs, are bold and people-focused. Nepal, while very different in context, can draw powerful lessons from Traoré's leadership. Since becoming a republic in 2008, Nepal has faced political instability, weak governance, and underdevelopment. Traoré's decisive approach offers inspiration for countries like Nepal that seek sovereignty, stability, and development. Challenge the status quo. Captain Ibrahim Traoré didn't wait until he had grey hair or decades of political experience to take charge. When the leaders of Burkina Faso failed to protect the people and provide stability, he stepped up, boldly and decisively. His rise to power wasn't handed to him. He earned it by showing courage, vision, and a willingness to act when others stayed silent. His leadership reminds us that true leadership is not measured by age, but by the strength of character and clarity of purpose. Sometimes waiting for permission only delays the change that's urgently needed. Lesson for Nepal. Nepal can take an important lesson from Traoré's story. The country is stuck in a loop, repeating the same old political routines with the same group of aging leaders. They talk about change, but protect the status quo. Nepal desperately needs a new generation of leaders, young, energetic, and forward-thinking individuals who are not afraid to question old norms or challenge outdated systems. These new leaders must be brave enough to break the toxic cycle of political favoritism, corruption, and inaction. Real change won't come from recycling the same old faces. It will come from empowering bold new voices who dare to think differently and act for the future. National security is fundamental. One of the first things Captain Ibrahim Traoré did after taking power was make national security his top priority. He didn't just rely on the military. He reached out to the people, encouraging communities to take part in defending their villages and towns. He empowered local defense groups and gave them the tools to protect themselves. This approach not only boosted morale, but also created a sense of unity and shared responsibility. Traoré understood that a nation cannot develop or progress without first ensuring safety and stability for its citizens. Security is the foundation on which all other progress is built. Without it, education, economy, and infrastructure all suffer. Lesson for Nepal. Nepal may not be facing the same level of armed conflict as Burkina Faso, but the threats to national stability are real and growing. Corruption, smuggling, human trafficking, organized crime, and weak border control silently erode the country from within. These are not just law and order issues. They are threats to national unity and long-term peace. Nepal needs a stronger, more coordinated response to these challenges. This means modernizing the police force, improving border security, and building systems that ensure accountability at every level. National security isn't just about guarding borders. It's about safeguarding the trust of the people and ensuring that justice and order prevail throughout the nation. Only then can Nepal build a truly peaceful and prosperous future. Economic nationalism works. Captain Ibrahim Traoré made bold moves to protect and grow his country's wealth. One of his most significant actions was to nationalize gold mines, taking control back from foreign companies that had long been extracting wealth without fairly benefiting the people of Burkina Faso. He didn't stop there. He began building domestic gold refineries so that the value-added process could happen inside the country, creating jobs and keeping more wealth at home. By doing this, he sent a clear message. Burkina Faso's natural resources are for the benefit of its own citizens, not just for foreign investors and corporations. This form of economic nationalism helped restore pride, protect national interests, and lay the groundwork for self-reliant development. Lesson for Nepal. Nepal is also rich in natural blessings, abundant rivers for hydropower, breathtaking landscapes for tourism, unique medicinal herbs, and valuable minerals hidden beneath the mountains. But too often these resources are either underutilized or exploited by outsiders who take the profits while leaving Nepal with little. Instead of simply exporting raw materials or signing away rights to foreign companies, Nepal must take control of its own economic destiny. This means investing in local processing industries, protecting key sectors from unfair foreign domination, and ensuring that the benefits of these resources flow directly to Nepali citizens. When national resources are managed wisely and fairly, they can lift millions out of poverty and build a truly independent economy. It's time Nepal stopped acting like a poor country while sitting on a mountain of wealth and started building systems that prioritize national benefit first. Cultural identity and national unity. Captain Ibrahim Traoré used cultural pride to unite Burkina Faso. He honored revolutionary leader Thomas Sankara to inspire integrity and self-reliance. By dressing simply and mingling with everyday people, he became relatable, one of us. He promoted African identity, traditional values, and local languages to build national pride. Even his social media speaks to youth, spreading messages of unity and purpose. Lesson for Nepal. Nepal is rich in culture, but this diversity must be turned into strength, not division. Honoring national figures like Prithvi Narayan Shah can promote unity and shared vision. Celebrating local cultures, Newari, Tharu, Sherpa, Maithili, preserves identity and creates pride. Support for artisans, festivals, and traditional arts can boost tourism and social bonds. Unity must come through inclusion, listening to Madhesi, Janajati, Dalit, and indigenous voices. Engaging youth through leadership roles and campaigns like Nepal Hamro Ho can inspire belonging. Even with limited funds, Burkina Faso under Traoré made big moves in just 3 years in power. They launched tomato and cotton processing plants to reduce imports and create local jobs. Dams were expanded, roads improved, and healthcare access increased across regions. The focus was simple but powerful. Use local resources to serve local needs and build self-reliance. Lesson for Nepal. Nepal still struggles with poor roads, unreliable electricity, and underused factories. We must shift from exporting raw materials to producing goods here, like processed food, herbs, and natural products. Infrastructure projects like highways, hydropower plants, and irrigation systems should be national priorities. Political leaders must agree on these goals and stop delaying progress with constant disputes. Involving local communities in maintaining roads, power lines, and irrigation can create jobs and ownership. Captain Ibrahim Traoré took a bold step in redefining Burkina Faso's place in the world. Within a short time, he distanced the country from former colonial powers who were seen as interfering in domestic affairs. Instead, he aligned with nations that respected Burkina Faso's sovereignty and supported its self-determination. Traoré's approach was clear: foreign relations must benefit the nation, not undermine its dignity or independence. He emphasized partnerships based on mutual respect, not dependency. This shift helped restore national pride and gave the people a sense that their country was finally standing on its own feet. Lesson for Nepal. Nepal sits in a sensitive geopolitical position between India and China, with growing influence from the West. Too often, foreign powers try to pull Nepal in different directions to serve their own interests. It's time for Nepal to craft a truly independent and balanced foreign policy, one that puts the Nepali people first. This means saying yes to fair cooperation and no to unequal influence. Nepal must build diplomatic relationships that support our development, protect our sovereignty, and maintain our cultural and political independence. Just like Burkina Faso, we should choose partnerships that help us grow without making us dependent. Captain Ibrahim Traoré has gained public trust not through fancy speeches, but through visible actions. He's focused on solving real problems: security, infrastructure, and local industries, without endless talk. Even some of his critics acknowledge that he's genuinely working for the people, not for personal gain. This results-first approach has earned him respect across communities, especially among the youth. Lesson for Nepal. People in Nepal are tired of political drama, big promises, and zero delivery. Leaders must focus on actions that directly impact people's daily lives. Jobs, schools, hospitals, and clean drinking water. Fighting corruption and improving services should come before political slogans. When citizens see change with their own eyes, trust will naturally grow. Real leadership is about doing the work, not just talking about it. Nepal doesn't need a military revolution, it needs a mindset revolution. Leaders must think differently, act boldly, and serve selflessly. And the people must demand better, not settle for less. The real change begins when citizens and leaders both decide enough is enough. Captain Ibrahim Traoré's story is not about copying a model, but about learning to lead with purpose. Nepal can take inspiration and chart its own strong, independent path forward. Like this message? Inspired by the vision? Like, comment, and share with someone who needs to hear this. The end.